de Rasharísh go dtína Hill an Arden, agus an nuair seo Inis Meáin, agus an Caladh Mór, agus an ceiste tá agam ná. Has the independent consultant been appointed, and can you give us details? And I'll just use the 18 seconds to ensure that there's no confusion between this question and the last question, because it has clearly been reported that they're about to start the work on the cave in Inisheer in the autumn. So you might just clarify that in due course if you can today. Just to Roglin and Mihishkana. And on the, I come back, so okay. I won't go over time. Yeah.
I'll definitely come back to the deputy later. It won't be before the end of this time, but I'll clarify that because I've had a number of conversations with officials around peer development as preparing for questions, and I've asked for more information on all of them. In relation to, of course, the Caladh Mór or Inis Meáin, mar dúirt is sé córa chunta na Gaillimh tá an údarás le haidh forganmh na fíor ar na Hill an Arden agus Inis Meáin. I understand that my department gave approval to Galway County Council in December 2024 to proceed with the appointment of consultant engineers to develop the preliminary business case incorporating a strategic assessment for marine infrastructure improvement options on the island. Galway County Council confirmed to my department at a meeting between officials, which was held on Wednesday the 12th of March, that independent consultant engineer has been appointed and has started work on the project. The assessment will examine all options that are available for improving the marine infrastructure on Inis Meáin, including piers for use by passenger and cargo ferry services. I am advised that the tender document explicitly included a series of requirements regarding public consultation engagement with island representatives, ensuring that the entire community of Inis Meáin has input into this process. To that regard, Deputy, the Galway County Council held a public consultation in Inis pub in Inis Meáin on the 19th of March to ensure that all stakeholders and those living on the island were aware of the process being undertaken and were given the opportunities to express their views. The consultants, along with representatives of Galway County Council, held meetings with various groups and business owners earlier that morning. The consultation was then open from all from 4 to 7 to come in to discuss concerns, preferences for future infrastructure development. I understand the consultant engineers are due to complete their programme for work later this year. We will continue to engage with Galway County Council. I want this project to complete, to progress as quickly as possible, and I've actually asked for a report on the consultation day and the feedback that was received on that to be given to me as soon as is possible.
Thank you, Minister.
And thank you. And the previous minister took a hands-on approach in relation to this, and I'm sure you will too, because of the utter frustration at the delay. And if my frustration is evident, you can imagine what we're enduring on Inis Meáin with the business there and a number of businesses in relation, and with the people on the ground. And this was to be completed years ago, and we're still at it. And I welcome the fact that there was a public meeting. I welcome the fact that's on 19th of March this year, just gone. That's very welcome. And the meetings that have taken place have been a result of the previous minister pushing the whole matter and taking a hands-on approach in relation to it. So it's just my understanding for this now. The consultants have been appointed and they are doing a preliminary business case all over again in relation to this project. Is that the position? When will that preliminary project be ready? Because you can't imagine how many times I and colleagues from Galway West have stood up on the floor of this stall and then go to meetings that are utterly frustrating because we don't know where we're going with it. So if you could, Cormac.
Thank you.
I know, Deputy, from discussing this with officials that you're interested in this. I know my predecessor, Minister Humphreys, driving off this, and certainly on the basis of discussions I've had, I'm not happy that it's taken so long, and I intend to sit on it as well and to drive it on. The business case is expected to take around 9 months. The work is underway, but it is expected to take that time. There's a lot of complexities that have come to this in relation to the Caladh Mór, August and Céchora, and I'm trying to get my head around all of those complexities as well. But I can assure you, I work with you and work with colleagues of all parties there to ensure that we progress this as quickly as is possible, and that there are no further delays. And I have asked for a report on the consultation date to be given to me as soon as it's possible, so that I can ensure that the concerns that were expressed are captured within the process, within the business assessment process, and that they're not ignored, and it wasn't just a box-ticking exercise. I want and I absolutely agree with you, can't begin to imagine the frustration and anger of Hovan Inishman.
Thank you,
So she'd thought that going she'd fartiach, then Fragra Gideon Fibsha.
Mágad agus de luat tú Caladh Mór agus Caladh Córa agus tá an ceart agad ach ní hiigim cad tá tarlaí tá sagam go bhfuil casteachtaí gceist tá sagam mé sin agus ní sanolaí mé ach tá muid go timpeallaí ggheirceal an tam log agus a reis arís inis go dtí an tús agus preliminary business case a leid tá sé ráite agad an níis gur ní bhí atá i gceist 9 months. A woman can't hear the word 9 months but we think of a pregnancy. So hope at the end of 9 months there will be a delivery of something substantial in relation to this. And what's the further plan after the preliminary case is ready in 9 months' time? And I welcome the fact that you're going to take a hands-on approach. I don't look forward to the next meeting with Wincher Inishman, agus Wincher Gnowan Chin, agus Sheets and Haravek Curry, O He Van Aspedal Cookin, Garmakt.
Thanks, Deputy.
I do intend to go to Inishman at some stage to actually see for myself. Not just on the peer issue, but on all island issues. And Minister Bunner will be working collectively in relation to the islands. I understand a number of marine assessments and studies have been undertaken on the island over the past years, including bathymetric surveys, marine simulation exercise. The bathymetric surveys were carried out on both Cave and Chur Agus and Caladh Mór. They were provided to the consultant engineers as part of their work. And also they've been provided with the study that was carried out by the National Maritime College in Cork in relation to the marine simulation exercise. That simulated the type of vessel that's going to be used for passenger and cargo ferry services to the island. So that data has been provided, and that will be given to determine the viable options to provide the most important thing, which is safe harbour facilities and accessible harbour facilities. But I can assure you, Deputy, I know you will be placing this question every month, and we will keep actively engaged on it in between question time as well.